And I, Commissioner Weiner. Weiner, I, Commissioner Yee. Yee, aye. Item passes.
Item passes. Thank you, colleagues. I am very excited and to announce that the new executive director will be Tilly Chang. She will be helming the Transportation Authority. She comes with a great deal of experience, and she comes with support of this body, and we really look forward to working with her, and we look forward to helping to move the city forward with your help and your advice, and obviously our direction as well. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Chair Avalos and Commissioners, for this tremendous honor. It's a deep privilege to be given this opportunity to lead this great organization. I'm truly grateful and deeply humbled to accept the role. I wish to thank the board for the confidence that you've placed in me and for your support of me and the entire organization. It means so much to all of us who've worked very hard to build an organization that is responsive to the needs of the city and who can really reflect the true values and ideals of the city. Thank you in particular to Chair Avalos and for your leadership in managing this process. It's been a long process, a lot of hard work, I know, for all of you through the budget process as well, all the other demands that have been placed on you for your role as supervisors. I'm very grateful for the work that you've put into this process, and to the members of the Personnel Committee especially for your commitment to the selection process and for engaging a full range of stakeholders in that effort. I appreciate your commitment to considering the wide range of candidates and to identifying a truly great final set of quality candidates at the end. We work very, very closely together with some of these other candidates, and I'm just truly honored to be in their company as you considered us in the final round. I've learned a tremendous amount during this process and have benefited from your guidance and your open and honest feedback. I heard from you and many of the other folks in the community who took the time to meet with me, and I want to thank those folks at the city departments, at the mayor's office, at civic organizations, advocacy groups, at the regional agencies as well, and in the community especially. Those folks really took the time to counsel me, to give me feedback, to give me input, to encourage me, and as well to challenge me and challenge us to do our best work on behalf of the city. Because transportation is too important not to give it our best effort. I look forward to working with each of you to address the mobility and access needs and opportunities in each of your districts and across the city. I'd like to thank the recruiting firm, Bill Hawkins and his staff, Brett Byers, Daphne LeBlanc, for their thorough and hard work in supporting you all in this decision-making process, as I know it really was a challenging and important process, so I thank them for their efforts. I'd also like to thank our Transportation Authority administrative staff, led by the Deputy for Finance, Cynthia Fong, for your professionalism and that of your staff, Erica Chang, Vanessa Herrera, as well as Lindsay Miller. And I also want to extend, of course, my gratitude to the entire deputy team. There's no one here who's indispensable. We all work as a team. Any one of us does and can step in. However, I have to extend my personal gratitude to Maria Lombardo, as many of you have also recognized, our Chief Deputy, for her dedication, her hard work, and her personal and family sacrifices in serving as our interim executive director during the past 10 months. With the ED search happening and other pressing demands on her time and our staff, to really develop our own transportation plan and long-range plan, as well as to be a partner to the Mayor's Task Force and that important effort. That took a lot of work, not to mention just keeping our regular work program moving and guiding us all during this busy time. You kept us amazingly on top of our work and and moving forward while making sure that our monthly work program and packets got out, and that's no small feat. You did it with grace and with commitment. So thank you so much, Maria. And of course, I would like to acknowledge the leadership of Jose Luis Moscovich, my former boss and mentor, who did so much for the city and for the transportation sector and for the TA as well, for the 12 years that he served in this post. I was privileged to serve on his management management team for the past 10 years, and I'm proud to have contributed to the innovative solutions that he brought to the tough challenges that we do face in improving transportation in San Francisco. His vision for San Francisco as a strong and vibrant urban core in the region and as an agora or a meeting place for people and ideas really inspired me, and I know many of our staff and the management team, to do our best work each day. His commitment to integrity and transparency and performance resulted in the strong staff that we have developed, which exemplifies teamwork in carrying out our work program collaboratively and competently, we hope, every day. Now I'm excited to build on his leadership and to bring to the role my own experience as a transportation planner, an urban enthusiast, a passionate urban enthusiast, and a working mom. In moving our agency forward, I will be guided by you, our board, and by the dynamic neighborhood, business, and community members who did meet with me and who are contributing to our city across the city. And that they and the other city department folks who advised me do challenge and inspire me with their ideas for bettering our community. And where the capacity is less well developed, I'm committed to providing support and access to the transportation decision-making process. I'm especially indebted as well to my family. Today, my father, Gus Chang, is here, my brother, Donald Chang, my husband, Jeffrey Lee, and of course, my sister-in-law, Marina Lee, who's not here. But I could not have gone through this process without them. They allowed me to give this my truly my best effort, to give it my greatest personal attention and introspection. This process was very reflective for me, and of course I lost my mom during this time. I appreciate the personal support that you've extended to me in that process, and I just really have to thank my mom, who's watching from above, for her modeling of the possibility for women, as we move through our lives and seek to meet our potential and to be our best person as career women as well as working moms, whether you work or not. It's tough to have families and careers, whether you're a man or a woman, and I just really am grateful for each of you also for mentoring me and advising me as we move to this next stage. I'm especially excited about the opportunity to work with my colleagues in the city departments. We've already been meeting and lunching and having drinks, and really exchanging experience, and I'm learning from them each day at the city level, at the regional, state, and federal levels, to bring collaborative approaches to project development and delivery. Our city's ambitious goals in raising pedestrian safety and transit performance and reliability really require the self-help solutions and the creative solutions that we talked about earlier. And fortunately, there are very talented and creative folks already working on these solutions at the mayor's office, at the SFMTA, at the planning department, DPW, PUC, the Department of Environment, Caltrans, and all the regional agencies. They already are partners, and we're going to build on that to be even more effective for San Francisco. I'm committed to working with our city leaders and community partners to double down on what works and to change what doesn't work, and to pilot new solutions and approaches via always, hopefully, an inclusive dialogue to find the best solutions for meeting our transportation needs today and into the future. So thank you again for this incredible opportunity. I'll do my best to meet and hopefully exceed your expectations. And thank you again from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you, and we wish you all the best and look forward to working closely with you in the next phase of this organization. Mr. Bardo, I want to thank you again for your service and your work. I look forward to working with you some more, but I would like to offer you a chance to a couple comments for us about your experience or what your hopes are for this agency. Thanks.
Thank you. I'll be very, very brief. I'm very, very humbled by all of your kind words, and still sharing my private chuckle with David about how long this thought. If I knew how long it was, I might not have said yes. But I'm very grateful for this experience. My two kids might have a different perspective, but I have learned a great deal about myself and this agency. I'm very hard. So that's been very, very grateful. But I do want to remind you all that we're here working for you. I mean, this is a privilege to work for this board and for the citizens of San Francisco, and we very much appreciate your guidance and your really deeper engagement, I think, with the authority through this process. So we've been making a lot of changes. As Phyllis said, we've heard you. There's a lot of things you don't know about. We're working on already, and we're looking forward to making better changes, building on the strengths of the TA, but making us, fixing what doesn't work so well, but really refocusing into the current issues and priorities that this board has. And last but not least, I do want to say I'm so, so proud of you, Tilly, and I know Mom would be proud. I got to interview Tilly 1,000 years ago, but we were both very young with Jose Luis, and you knew from the get-go she was a keeper. Her thank you note, I think Commissioner Ken might appreciate this, the back of it had like an essay on congestion pricing, and she felt she hadn't answered the interview question well. Tilly is an energizer bunny. She's extremely enthusiastic, rock solid knowledge, and I think you've seen through this process, very willing to take your input and learn and retool those wonderful relationships that she can build along with the community, with folks at the region, the state, and the federal level. Again, just thank you very much for this privilege, and I look forward to continuing to work with you, and I'm so happy for Tilly.
Thank you. Okay. Feels like the whole day's gone by since we began this meeting, but congratulations, and look forward to working with both of you in your new capacities. Okay, Madam Clerk, can we go on to our next item?
Number 5, change award from the University of Maryland to the University System of Maryland Foundation of a 3-year contract and not to exceed $225,175 in the Broadway case study comparing conventional body delivery and public health clinicians. Authorizing second director.
Me too.
Comments and questions? Let's go on to